Hey everyone, my name is Tori and today's video is going to be my January empties. I have so much stuff to talk about, so let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start off with Bath & Body Works products and then move into makeup, have some skincare, hair care, all sorts of stuff. So let's start with, I'm going to start off with 3 gentle foaming hand soaps from Bath & Body Works. I have these in the fragrances Twisted Peppermint, also Twisted Peppermint, and Coconut Pumpkin Latte. So these are all from kind of different years, I think. I'm pretty sure this Twisted Peppermint may be a year or 2 old, maybe 2. And the Coconut Pumpkin Latte I think I bought last year, and then this Twisted Peppermint I bought this year. So Twisted Peppermint has Cool Peppermint, Sugared Snow, and Aromatic Balsam. Aromatic balsam. This is kind of like a sweetened, warm, musky peppermint. So I used up those 2, love those, would definitely repurchase. And then the Coconut Pumpkin Latte notes are coconut cream, whipped pumpkin, and warm praline. So this is like a really warm, sweet pumpkin. I can definitely get kind of that coconut fragrance, but I just get more of like a sweet pumpkin. It's very much in the same vein of like pumpkin cupcake, like those like really sweet ones that you find that they come out with in that pumpkin line during the fall season. Really love this fragrance in the hand soap, just smells so good. I also used up 2 shower gels, and these are both Twisted Peppermint as well. The notes are the same. It's Cool Peppermint, Sugared Snow, and Fresh Balsam. The liquid inside was pink this year. I think it's pink every year. I think it has been for a long time. This is my favorite fragrance to use during the Christmas season. Speaking of Twisted Peppermint, I also got it this year in a whipped confetti body scrub. And honestly, I didn't completely love this for a couple of reasons. First of all, this was really expensive. I pulled the price off, or maybe it came off in the shower, but I'm pretty sure this is like $16.50 or something. It's really expensive for what it is. Inside it has like exfoliating granules. It says sucrose, so I don't actually know what the granules are. It says there's wax in it as well. I should probably look into that because I'm pretty sure that Bath & Body Works had to stop making their deep cleansing soaps that had the beads in it because they were not biodegradable. Don't quote me on that. I heard that. I don't know if that's actually true, but it sounds right. So I don't know if they would put something in these scrubs that would not be biodegradable. I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. But the granules in this, they were mostly white. It's like kind of that white base, but the granules were red and green. Like, I guess for Christmas, which kind of makes sense, but I kind of wish that they were like pink or something. You know, like something that matched Twisted Peppermint, that matched the bottle. So it was kind of weird that like when you put it out in your hand, it like didn't match the packaging. That's a total side note and not really that important. But I mean, it worked as a body scrub. It was fine. I just don't think it was worth the money that you pay for it because I just think it's really expensive. But other than that, it didn't smell that great. It smelled more like just kind of plasticky. The shower gel smells great, but then sometimes when you get into some of the other formats for these fragrances, specifically Twisted Peppermint, but some of the other ones as well, like the body lotions I think smell kind of weird and plasticky. Sometimes these scrubs will smell weird and plasticky. It's just, I don't know why that is, but I just didn't think that this smelled true to the fragrance. So for that reason, probably wouldn't repurchase, but it was fun to use while I had it. I also used up a body cream, and this is also from Bath & Body Works, and this is in the fragrance Pink Chiffon. And I've actually had this for a really long time, so I'm really happy to be using this up. I really do enjoy the Bath & Body Works body cream formula. I like it much better than the lotion. I feel like the lotion leaves a weird residue feeling on my skin. I don't know why. I'm super weird about textures, so I like on my skin, and I just don't love the lotions. I also feel like the lotions don't always smell as good as the body creams, but all of that aside, I really do love the body cream. It's one of my favorite formulas and just like body lotion that I've used. I do think I want to start using exclusively the CeraVe daily body lotion and the like the body cream, only because it's unscented and my skin I think reacts better to it. There have been times where I've used this like on a spray tan, and I've used it all. You have to like constantly moisturize with a spray tan, right? So you put lotion all over your body in places I normally don't moisturize as often with body lotion, and I think that my skin reacted to having this fragrance on it so often. So that was kind of weird and different for me, and I didn't really, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what was happening, but that's the only thing in my routine that had changed. I mean, other than the spray tan. The spray tan didn't cause me to have a reaction, but using this body cream like on my chest area and all over my body, it's almost like it clogged my pores. It became like very bumpy and red, and it almost looked like a rash in different areas of my body where I put this, and I was using it morning and night. And then when I stopped using it and started using the regular CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion, I didn't have that reaction anymore. So just with using this at night, like after a shower, I haven't had any issues with it in all the years I've been using it. But that did kind of alarm me when I experienced that reaction, you know, using it more often on different parts of my body. I don't know. Total side note, I still have like 2 more bottles of this lotion. I'm using one right now, and I still have one in my cabinet that I haven't used yet. But I think once I'm done with that, I might transition to only using CeraVe lotion. Maybe. But I say that, I also used up another body cream. This one is in the fragrance Christmas Cookies, and they just came out with this one this year, or this was the first time I'd seen it. I wish that they would make like a vanilla cupcake type fragrance that was a year-round fragrance. And I wish that it smelled true to a vanilla cupcake, because they've come out with like buttercream and pumpkin cupcake, which smell pretty good. But like every time they try to do a vanilla, it just ends up not smelling very sweet. I want something that's like really sweet, true vanilla. Like that would be the best. And I feel like I've never found that at Bath & Body Works. But this was semi-close. This is, the fragrance notes are creamy cookie dough, almond biscotti, and caramel wood. So I got like definitely kind of like a Christmas cookie vibe. It reminds me a lot of, they had a fragrance called like, I don't know, something about a beach and a marshmallow. I'm not sure. It came out during the summer a couple of years ago, and I think this smells pretty much the same. They do, I really do think that they repackage and rename fragrances and sell it to you as something different, and I think that was the deal with this one. It did smell really good though. It was pretty sweet, but I really enjoyed it for the Christmas season, and now I'm kind of over it, and that's about it. I would probably buy it again. But yeah, I don't know. Moving forward, I think I want to try using body lotion that doesn't have fragrance in it. Like as my regular body lotion, and then kind of using these fragrance ones as kind of like, just not as often. I don't know if I want to completely get rid of them. I don't know. I'm very on the fence about the whole fragrance thing right now. I think particularly because I had that skin reaction to that body cream. So I don't know. I'm in a weird place with that right now. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Next thing in here is a skincare product. This is the Purity Made Simple Face Cleanser by the brand Philosophy. And this is one of my favorite cleansers that I've ever used, particularly for in the shower and for removing makeup. So I will do like a double cleanse. So I'll do either like, in the past I've mostly used makeup wipes, but now I'm using a cleansing oil. So I'll do a cleansing oil, rinse my face off, and then I will go in with the Purity cleanser. A lot of times, or sometimes I'll do like, I'll actually wash my face again with this and then go in with like a Foreo, like the silicone face, I don't even know what it's called, like the face cleaner. I don't know, it's like that little Foreo thing that vibrates on your face. I go in with that with this face wash. I also used to use this with the Clarisonic. I feel like this formula is just such a good like buffer type face wash to use with like a cleansing tool, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I've tried to use like a Foreo and a Clarisonic with so many other cleansers, and this is always the one that I come back to, because I feel like it gives the most, like the face tool, the face cleaning tool can like glide more easily over your skin. I don't really know why that is, but I really enjoy this. Okay, I don't even know if this product exists anymore, and I'm embarrassed to tell you how long I've had it. This is the Olay Body In Shower Body Lotion Ultra Moisture with Shea Butter. Honestly, couldn't tell you if this product exists, or if it does, if it even looks like this anymore. So maybe you would be able to tell how long I've had it by just looking at it. But this is essentially like an in-shower, yeah, an in-shower. I was going to say it's an in-shower body lotion. Literally, it says that on the bottle. That's what it is. When you squeeze it out into your hand, it looks like lotion, but it has like kind of an oily slip feeling to it, like a cream body wash, but thicker. You're supposed to put it all over your body, and it's essentially like applying lotion in the shower, so you don't have to apply lotion when you get out of the shower. So you put it all over your body, and then you wash it off. Then when you get out of the shower, you kind of have that really hydrated feeling all over your skin. You really don't need moisturizer after that. And a lot of times this will even make me feel a little oily. So if I use this like during the summer, like there's no way. It's too much. But during the winter, this is a really great product. It's helped a lot with my dry skin. I don't know if I would repurchase this, only because it took me so long to use it, which tells me that I'm not using it often enough to repurchase it. I'd rather just shower with normal body wash and put lotion on after, and that's been working fine for me. So probably not a product that I need to repurchase. Another shower product, it's a hair care product, I guess. This is the Living Proof Restore Conditioner. And this is in the jumbo like salon size with the pump on it. And I Well, okay. Right now, really, my favorite shampoo and conditioner is the Herbal Essences, like Hello Herbal Essence or Herbal Essences. I don't know. It's the Hello Moisture shampoo and conditioner. It's in the blue bottle. It smells like coconut. It smells so good. I love that shampoo and conditioner. I feel like it's great. It does what I need it to do, and it's fine. I am not one to get really into hair care products. I'm not a hair person. I'm not particularly good at hair things, and that's fine with me. You know, I'm learning. I try, but it's just not my thing. And you know, I want to take care of my hair, but at the same time, it's like it's not a priority for me, and I don't care to have like a million hair products. I'd rather just keep the couple of things that I use that I really like, and I just buy them over and over again. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. This particular conditioner, and first of all, does anybody else run out of conditioner before their shampoo or run out of shampoo before their conditioner? It drives me nuts, especially when they're in a pump. You can literally like, you can measure it out, right? You can like, I use 2 pumps of this and 2 pumps of this. And in theory, you should run out of them at the same time. So I don't know how this always happens, why I run out of one before the other. And it drives me nuts because then you replace one and then you have a little bit left. Am I crazy or is this just me? Like, I don't know. This is actually an in-salon, like professional size. The reason why I actually was able to get this is because one of my best friends does my hair. She highlights it and she cuts it and all that kind of thing. And she actually, she did my hair on my wedding day as well. And she's been doing my hair since high school. So besides all of that, she's able to get these for me for a much more discounted rate. Otherwise, I don't think I would go to like Ulta and buy this, to be perfectly honest with you. I really do like this conditioner. It's great. It's really good for color treated hair, which is what I have. And it smells really good. It's very good for your hair. I really like it. Would I go out and buy it full price for myself? Probably not. But you know, I mean, if I had a coupon or something, maybe, but at the same time, probably not. And that's really only because it's just expensive and I don't have like high-end taste in hair care, I guess. My Herbal Essence like shampoo and conditioner works great and I love it and I'm fine with buying that. So until that changes, I probably won't repurchase this on my own unless my friend is able to get it for me, for being real. But I do like it. I would recommend it if you are into high-end hair care products. It's a good brand. And every time she does my hair, she uses Living Proof on it. And I love all of the products that she uses. So there's that. But speaking of hair care, here's another Batiste dry shampoo. This is the Floral and Flirty blush fragrance. So this is like kind of the more flowery smelling one. Yeah, it smells a little more, well, yeah, floral and flirty. It's more floral. I like this fragrance, and I also like the coconut like tropical one. I think that one smells really good too. I'm very much a creature of habit, especially when it comes to my hair. I just like find one thing that I like, and that's the one thing that I'll buy for the rest of my life. That's just like where I'm at with that. Anytime I buy this dry shampoo now, I get it in this size because I go through it so often and so quickly. And I always buy it at Marshall's because it's like $9. So for the win. I love this. It does leave a white cast, which is fine for me because my hair is blonde and it kind of works out and you can brush it through and it like blends into my hair color. But if you have darker hair, I would recommend trying I think they have like tinted versions of this dry shampoo. I would go with that one because it definitely leaves like white in your hair. But other than that, absolutely love it. It's my favorite. The next thing I have in here is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and this is in the mint Choco, like chocolate fragrance. So I actually got this in a set of 3 during, I think, the holiday season. They came out with a little gift set type thing. I'm pretty sure it was just for holiday, but they had 2 travel size lip sleeping masks and they had a full size. I'm using the full size right now. I really, really like this product. Normally I use Vaseline. I love it. It works great and it's very inexpensive, and I use Vaseline on my lips every single night. And what I've started doing is using this Laneige sleeping mask on my lips in the morning, and I really love to put this on my lips in the morning while I'm getting ready, and then at the end of, you know, my makeup routine or whatever, I'll either kind of dab it off and then put on like some kind of lip color, or I will just put a gloss over top of whatever is still on my lips. And I've really found that it does a great job of hydrating my lips. I don't think I'll repurchase it, only because Vaseline exists and it just doesn't really make sense for me personally to buy a $20 lip sleeping mask when I can buy like a $2 Vaseline thing, you know, or get like a tub of Vaseline for a couple dollars. It just doesn't make sense. I can't make that work in my brain because Vaseline works so well for me. So I don't know. It is a product that I really do enjoy using, and I like having it. I really like to use it. I'll definitely use up the big one that I have because I do really like it and I do use it every day, but I could use my Vaseline to do the same thing. Like I could use Vaseline at night and then use it in the morning and it would probably do the same thing. So I'm being a little extra by having like both things, but it is something I like to use and I enjoy having, and I think it smells good and, you know, all the things, and it works, and but like so does Vaseline. So that's where I struggle with that. Okay, on to some makeup. So I have a brow pencil in here you've seen several times. This is the e.l.f. brow pencil, and I have mine in the shade Taupe. Yeah, great brow pencil. It's like $2, so that's why I continue to repurchase it. I've gotten used to using it. When I first started using it, it's just, I feel like there's a little bit of a learning curve because I'm used to like a micro brow pencil where the pencil's like super, super small. And this one is a little bit thicker. You can't, it's kind of hard to see how thick it is because I've used it up, but you can kind of see like the point on it is a little bigger than like, you know, a micro brow pencil would be. So there's a little bit of a learning curve for me to like doing my brows and not overdoing it because the pencil itself is a little thicker. It's so hard for me now to like buy a brow pencil for $20 because I'm like, but this exists, you know? But I do still love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's still my favorite. I don't know if that will ever change, but I just go through them so quickly. I can't justify spending over $20 on a brow pencil. This is great. Would definitely recommend checking it out. It works great. I love it. It's fine. And I think I've grown to love it more now than I used to because I think I have learned how to use it better. Yeah. The next thing I have is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And mine is in the shade, I think, Blackest Black. Let me see. Yeah, Blackest Black. So I always get the darkest one. And honestly, I really don't know what the difference is between like black, very black, darkest black, blackest black. Why isn't it just black? You know? This has the really fluffy wand on it. It reminds me a lot of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but I think it's better. I love this mascara. I've gone through tube after tube after tube of this, and I'm currently using another one right now, and I just don't know if I'll ever find a replacement for it. It's just too good. I love to use this like as the base layer, and then I will put the Maybelline Lash Sensational on top of it. That's how I've been doing my mascara for, it feels like years at this point, and I don't know if that will ever change. I love it. It's great. The next thing I have in here is a bronzer, and this is from Colourpop, and it's in the shade Private Party. And I'm considering this done because I'm just not one to repress things. Maybe I could get into it. I don't know. Once I get to the point where I've used it enough to where my brush is like, I'm having to like dig and like work to get product out, I'm like, okay, we're good. You know, I feel like I got my money's worth. I got my use out of it, and I'm ready to try something new. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't need to necessarily feel like I have to use every single inch of it to feel like I've used it up or I've hit enough pan. Just for me personally, that's just like my preference. But I really enjoyed this bronzer. I don't think that it changed my life. I don't think that it was like super amazing, but I don't think it was like really bad. Nothing. It was just like, it was good. It was good. It wasn't like fantastic. Like, yeah, I like it, but it didn't like change my life. If I had it, I would use it again. I don't necessarily think I would repurchase it specifically because I have other bronzers that I think I just enjoy using more. Like, for example, I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I love that bronzer. I feel like it applies a little more sheer than this bronzer does, and that's just personal preference. So this bronzer is definitely more pigmented on application, and I feel like it's a little bit harder to blend out in the sense that it takes a little bit more work to blend it out, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I prefer bronzers to be very buildable, and like you could do a very sheer wash of color and build it up. That's just my personal preference with it. So if you like more pigmented bronzers, then this might be a great option for you. This has a little more of a satin finish, which I thought was nice. I did think that this undertone was going to be a little more neutral than it was. I don't know why I thought that, but it was a little more warm. And just on me personally, I prefer, like on my everyday, just natural, normal skin tone, I prefer a more neutral tone bronzer. Warm bronzers just tend to look kind of orange and muddy on me and just kind of like, just not very flattering. So like on a day-to-day basis. I did like it enough to use it up, clearly. So I don't know. I would recommend it, but I don't think that I would repurchase it over other bronzers that I have. Next, I have 3 face powders. So let me tell you what happened here. This first face powder is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin in the shade Porcelain. And this was actually in their older packaging. They have since repackaged it. I don't know if it's reformulated, but I have the new one. It's now like in a circle compact. I'm calling this done because it's just been in my desk at work for so long that I feel like it's kind of gross. You know what I mean? Like, it comes with a sponge on one side, and this sponge has definitely seen better days. And once I get to the point where like my powders look like this, you know, with lots of paint on the inside, and it's hard for me to coat a brush fully to like powder my entire face or set my foundation when I'm getting ready for the day, I end up taking that powder and putting it in my purse or putting it in my drawer at work for like touch-ups and oil control and, you know, like things like that. And I'll use it throughout the day like that. And I find that it works a lot better because then, you know, you can use like this little sponge to get to these like little corners, and you're not worried about trying to like swirl a brush in there and trying to get an even coat of powder. And that's usually how I'll use them up, or use them until they get kind of gross. And that's kind of at the point that this is. I really love this powder. I think that for setting the face, it worked great for me. I think I've gone through a few of these, and I'm currently using one right now. So I do recommend this powder. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's a good one, but I do think it's just kind of old and getting a little gross. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, give it to the recycle bin. The next one is kind of a similar situation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 16 Hour. I think it's a powder foundation, but I use it as a setting powder with like a sheer application. And this powder I have in the shade 100 Porcelain. I do wish that they had it in a slightly lighter shade, like just one shade lighter even. I use this to set my entire face with foundation, and it's a great powder. I've been through so many of these, I've lost count. And it has the sponge at the bottom, and it also comes with a mirror as well. Same thing with this one. This one's actually going to, currently, it's going to go live in my desk now since I brought this one home because it's kind of old and gross. I'm going to put this one in my desk so that way I can use this to touch up throughout the day. So that's why I'm considering it an empty, because I'm basically just going to use it until it's too gross to use anymore, or until all the powder is gone on the quarter. So yeah, would definitely recommend this powder though. I really, really like it. It's just great. It's a good powder. This next powder is also a similar situation. This is the Your Skin But Better CC Airbrush Perfecting Powder Sheer to Full Coverage Finishing Veil with SPF 50. So mine is in the shade Fair. It comes with a mirror. It's like a mirror compact there. And it has a little sponge on the bottom as well. Same thing, it's getting to the point where it's just a lot of work to try to get this powder out, and I like to use these powders to set my entire face. So if my brush can't swirl and get a full application, then they move on to the purse or to the office desk. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is keep it in my purse, and then the other one will go on my desk at my work, you know, something like that. I'm not going to buy this again. And really the reason that I have this is because I bought the IT Cosmetics like CC cream. I bought the matte version when it came out. They were selling it on QVC, and they were doing some deal. And y'all, I never buy anything on QVC, like ever. And I don't even know how I heard about this deal, but I had been wanting to try the matte CC cream because I really enjoyed the regular CC cream from IT Cosmetics. So when I saw they were running this like really good deal where you would get this powder and you also got a brush and you got the CC cream, I was like, well, that's a really good deal. I want to try the powder, I want to try the brush, and I want to try the foundation. It made sense at the time to buy all of them. I think that this powder is good, but it's like nothing special, and I'm pretty sure it's like relatively expensive, especially compared to like a L'Oreal, a Maybelline powder, you know, a NYX powder. Just like for all over face powder, I would prefer to go with a drugstore brand. I go through them so quickly, and I feel like they perform well enough that I don't need to spend the additional money on a high-end powder. It just doesn't make sense to me at this stage of my life. But this powder, I like the idea of it. I like that it had SPF 50 in it. I did think it was really weird though, because that CC cream is matte, and this powder I feel like is, I don't want to say it's luminous, but it's in no way mattifying. I usually look for a more mattifying quality in my setting powders for my face because I do have combo oily skin. So I did like this for like when my skin was a little drier, but at the same time, I don't want to have two separate face powders for my drier days, my non-drier days. If I have drier skin, I'm going to use like a more hydrating foundation and primer and use my same powder. I really don't know if that logic actually makes any sense, but that's what I do, and it tends to work out okay. But I like that this powder has SPF 50, but honestly, you need a regular sunscreen, and you couldn't just like dust this on your face and call it a day with your SPF, because I'm pretty sure that that's not enough. Like, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's not enough. So I don't know. I think that'd be the only reason that I wouldn't repurchase it. I think it's nice. Like, it's fine. It's worth a try if you were looking into it, but I don't think it was anything special. My last two things in here are Bath & Body Works 3 Wick candles. So the first one I have is is Sparkling Icicles. And I think this may be from last year. The notes in here are Sparkling Ice, Fresh Bergamot, and Holiday Greenery. How are those even fragrance notes? Like, who comes up with those? You know, that's the job I want. I want to name fragrance notes, or like name nail polishes or lip colors. Like, how fun would that be? The reason why I didn't burn this all the way down, I do this with candles all the time, because it smells smoky. It's the smoky version of what this used to smell like, and I think that's my fault. I'm pretty sure it is. I think I let them burn too long, and then they get smoky, and then it's the end of that, and it smells really smoky. It smells like very cologne-y, like men's cologne. Very clean, very fresh. It almost smells a little, I definitely get the bergamot, like really hardcore with this one. I used to absolutely love this fragrance. I was obsessed with it, and I think that I am like just burnt out on it. Just like completely, is it burnt out or burned out? Burned out? Burnt out. I'm over it. That's what I'm saying. I'm just a little over it. And it's still good. I still like it. I think my thing is that it's just too strong. It bothers me. And I don't know if that's because it's like I'm getting older. Like, I don't know if that's a thing, or if like my fragrance preferences are changing. But it's just, this candle's just too strong. And it burns for a little while, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. I do really like this fragrance in hand soap. I think it's really, really nice in hand soap. But I don't think that I'm going to purchase it again in the candle. This next candle smells so good. This one is in the fragrance Red Velvet Cupcake. And I actually got this as a gift this year from one of my students, and I really, really liked it. This is Lush Red Velvet Cake, cream cheese frosting, sweet vanilla with essential oils. Y'all, this smells so good. And it's just really sweet. It smells like a vanilla cupcake. I think it just smells like a cupcake, and it smells like something's baking, but not like sickeningly baking. I liked that it was like a very pleasant, like cupcakey vibe scent, but it wasn't super, super strong. Like that Sparkling Icicles fragrance, and even Fresh Balsam, Winter, Leaves, like those fragrances and those candles, you can light that one candle downstairs and the entire house will smell like that candle. And like, that's good sometimes, but sometimes it's like, okay, we're doing a lot here, like, you know. But with this one, I feel like the fragrance was more subtle, and I could burn it longer and not feel like I was getting a headache, you know, or not feel like it was too overwhelming. I really liked this. I thought this was a really nice candle. It's definitely one that I would repurchase and I would burn again. Well, that's all I have for this Empties video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.